Alright guys, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video, piston ring gap. How do you really set it? That's what I'm going to be showing you guys today. So let's get into today's video. Alright guys, so to begin with, you're going to need one of your old pistons with no rings on them, one of your new rings, and they should be labeled. One of them should be labeled top. This would be a top ring. You want to put it in to the cylinder, push it down into the bore using one of the pistons, and stop right when the skirt meets the deck, right there. Then you're going to take your feeler gauge, and let's start with a 14. You're going to put it in between the gap. Okay, the 14 fits, so let's try 15 so we can see if it's a 15. 15 does not fit. So right now we have a 0.014 gap on this top ring, and that's not the desired gap that I'm looking for. So we're gonna have to take some material off of this. So let me show you how to do that. All right, so this process is super simple, but you do want to take your time and get this right. You want that when you're finished grinding down the material, that the rings butt up to one another perfectly, just like that. So you can choose any side, and what you can do is put one side of the ring up against the filer and put some pressure on it from the back of your hand here. And what you want to do is you never want to grind the material away from the filer. It's going to cause burrs. So what you want to do is rotate it into the ring while it's applying pressure to it. And let's say we have 14 thousandths right now, and we want to get to, let's say, 16 thousandths. So we're going to do it a few times. That's 10. So you're gonna do that. You're gonna clean it off. Make sure it buds up. Just like that. Make sure the ring can come together. There's no gap. And then you put it back in the block and check it again to see where you are. Alright, so putting it back in the block. Use the piston with no rings on it. Push it down to the skirt. We're gonna check it again. We're gonna start with 15. To see if 15 clears now, and 15 does get in. I'm looking for a 16 actually on my top ring, so let's get out the 16, and 16 fits and holds in there perfectly. I'm gonna try the size above it to make sure that we didn't go too big. So 16, let's try an 18. Perfect. 18 does not fit, so we got the ring gap that we were looking for, which is 16 thousandths on this top ring. Alright guys, and it really is that simple. You want to make sure that when you put these rings in that there's no debris or anything that's on it. You want to clean it off. You want to rub it down with a little bit of sandpaper to make sure that everything is smooth once you have your desired gap. Now you can pop this in and out the cylinder a few times to make sure that your gap is perfect and what you're looking for. I did this before. I was rushing. I bought like 20 oval rings and stuff like that, and I was like clipping them with pliers and didn't get the ends right, and the ends weren't butting up like how they're supposed to. It was a nightmare. So I had to pull this is a 4-valve 4.6 liter motor. Comes in all of the Cobras, Mach 1s, Marauders, stuff like that. So I had a big issue with ring gap, and I'm finally gonna get it right because I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna do the top ring. I'm gonna do my second ring. I'm gonna also check my oil rings to make sure the clearances on those are perfect. And you have to do this per cylinder. So what I mean by that is, each top ring, you do not put all of the top rings in one cylinder. This will be my number one cylinder's top ring. So I will label this, use a piece of tape and a pen, and I label this number 1 cylinder top ring, and I do that, and then I take another ring out of the box, put it in cylinder number 2, and I'd get that gap right, and I label that top ring for number 2. And you have to check, you have to put your ring in each cylinder. So the reason for that is the bore can change per cylinder based on wear and tear. So you don't want to gap all of your rings in one cylinder. Whatever rings are gonna live in that cylinder, that's the cylinder that you want to gap those rings into. So you want to take that ring, put it in there, gap it, and then label it the top ring for that cylinder or the second ring for that cylinder. So other than that, I think I covered pretty much everything. If you guys need any more help gapping your rings, leave me a message in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think. If I missed anything, let me know, guys. I'm always open to learning new things, and hopefully I'm gonna finally get this thing right, and we're gonna be able to beat the living shit out of this 4-valve 4.6 liter motor. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Always remember, don't drift without your dreams, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I am gonna be super busy gapping all of these rings.